Afrobeats isn't just a genre. It's not just drums and bass lines, or melodies and lyrics. It's an entire way of life, a rhythm that represents a people, a movement, and a mindset. To call Afrobeats music alone is to simplify something much deeper. Because what it's truly become, across Toronto, across North America, and across the entire world, is culture. A living, breathing reflection of who Africans are. Bold, expressive, and unstoppable. When you walk into any Afrobeats event, whether it's a club night downtown, a festival in the summer, or a campus party in Scarborough, you immediately feel that energy. It's not just sound. It's fashion, it's slang, it's confidence, it's identity. The way people move, the way they greet each other, the way the DJ calls out, "Let's go," before that drop, all of it is part of something bigger. You can't separate the sound from the culture. They become one and the same. To understand why Afrobeats is more than music, you have to look at its roots. This sound didn't come from industry machines or corporate labels. It came from the people, from communities in Lagos, Accra, and Johannesburg, from artists who mixed local drums with Western instruments, from producers who refused to follow the rules, and from young Africans who wanted their voices heard on the world stage. That's why, when Afrobeats grew, it grew authentically. It wasn't created to chase charts. It was born out of life itself. And as it spread into places like Toronto, London, and Atlanta, it carried that same authenticity with it. The diaspora embraced it because it felt familiar. It sounded like home. But then something even more beautiful happened. Non-Africans started feeling it too. They didn't just listen to the songs. They wanted to understand the culture behind them. They started wearing Ankara prints, learning the dance moves, using African slang, and showing up at Afro-themed events not as guests, but as part of the community. That's when the shift became undeniable. Afrobeat stopped being seen as foreign music. It became global culture. And nowhere is that clearer than a city like Toronto, a place that thrives on diversity. Here, Afrobeats isn't just for Africans. It's for everyone who connects with that rhythm. You can walk into a party and see Nigerians, Ghanaians, Jamaicans, Trinidadians, Latinos, even South Asians all vibing together. That's the power of culture. It unites people in ways nothing else can. But the cultural impact doesn't stop at music and dance. It's influencing fashion, film, language, and lifestyle. Look at how Afro-inspired streetwear has become a statement. Look at how Afrobeat stars like Burna Boy, Tim's, and Rema are redefining global style, rocking traditional looks mixed with high fashion. Look at how their music videos showcase Africa not as a struggling continent, but as a place of pride, luxury, and creativity. That representation matters. It tells young Africans everywhere, your story is worth celebrating. And even beyond the surface, Afrobeats has changed how people see themselves. For years, African culture was either misunderstood or ignored by mainstream media. But now, through this music, Africans are in control of their own narrative. They're showing the world what Africa really looks like, vibrant, innovative, and confident. That's why you'll hear fans say, Afrobeats gave us pride. Because it did. It reminded an entire generation that their culture is powerful. You can feel that pride at every event. When a DJ drops Last Last, when the crowd sings Burna Boy word for word, when people raise their flags in the air, that's cultural unity in motion. It's not just entertainment, it's identity being celebrated. And that's also why Afrobeats events feel different from any other. There's an atmosphere of love, connection, and belonging. When people show up, they're not just going out to have fun, they're recharging their spirits. The dance floor becomes a cultural exchange. People share energy, share joy, share identity. You leave feeling more connected to your roots, even if you were born thousands of miles away from them. Toronto, in particular, has become one of the strongest examples of this. The Afrobeats scene here has turned into a living ecosystem. Promoters, DJs, photographers, stylists, and influencers are all part of the same cultural movement. From small lounges in Brampton to packed venues downtown, every event adds another layer to the story. The city has embraced Afrobeats as part of its identity, not just a passing trend, but a cornerstone of nightlife and creativity. And it's not just nightlife, it's business, it's art, it's entrepreneurship. You've got African-owned brands partnering with events, local designers creating Afro-inspired pieces, and videographers capturing moments that go viral around the world. The entire scene is built on community collaboration. Everyone plays a part in pushing the culture forward. Even in the digital space, you can see how deep it runs. Social media trends, TikTok dances, Instagram aesthetics, they all pull from the same Afrocentric energy. When a song blows up online, it's never just because of the music. It's because people connect with the vibe. They see themselves in it. They feel represented. And that's the secret. Afrobeat speaks to the human spirit. It reminds us that joy, rhythm, and community are universal languages. You don't have to understand Yoruba or Chui or Pidgin English to feel it. The energy translates by itself. That's what makes it culture. It's not limited by borders or language. It lives in the heartbeat of every person who hears it. Even artists understand this deeply. Many of them don't just see themselves as musicians anymore. They see themselves as cultural ambassadors. Every show, every outfit, every interview becomes an opportunity to show the world that Africa has something unique to offer. When artists like Burna Boy perform on international stages, they're not just entertaining. They're representing a global community. They're redefining what it means to be African in the modern world. And that influence is contagious. Non-African artists are now drawing inspiration from Afrobeats too. Not to imitate, but to collaborate. You hear the rhythms popping up in pop, R&B, and even EDM. It's a sign that the world isn't just consuming African culture. It's respecting it, learning from it, and blending with it. That's cultural evolution at its finest. But here's what really makes it special. Even with all the fame and global success, Afrobeat still feels grounded. The culture stays connected to its roots. Whether you're in a major concert hall or a small afterparty, the feeling is the same: real people, real energy, real connection. That authenticity is why Afrobeats continues to thrive. It doesn't forget where it came from. The future of this culture is limitless. We're going to see even more African-inspired fashion houses, more Afrofusion artists, more creative collaborations. And with every generation that picks up the sound, they add their own flavor. From Lagos to Toronto, from Accra to New York, the story continues to evolve. Afrobeats isn't just something you listen to, it's something you live. It's in how you move, how you dress, how you carry yourself. It's in the confidence, the joy, the sense of belonging. It's in the way people smile when the beat drops, that silent acknowledgement that says, yeah, we made it. Afrobeats has become more than music because it represents freedom. Freedom to express, to celebrate, to connect. It gives people permission to be loud, proud, and unapologetically African. And even beyond Africa, it's given people around the world a rhythm they can identify with. That's why it's here to stay. So when you hear someone say, Afrobeats is taking over, it's not just about streaming numbers or sold-out shows. It's about the way it's shaping identity, inspiring creativity, and bringing people together. Afrobeats is not just sound, it's spirit. It's culture in motion. And if you've ever felt that energy, danced at one of the events, or found yourself vibing to a song you didn't even know the words to, then you already know what I mean. You've experienced the culture. You've been part of it. Because Afrobeats isn't just something we listen to. It's something we live through. Thanks for tuning in. And if you love exploring this movement as much as we do, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe because the story of Afrobeat culture is only getting started.